The following is a production of WCMP Sports.
Whenever you are ready.
It's time for high school basketball matchup here on KBEK Nice 95.5. We've got tip-off coming up here shortly. We'll head to the court now for the pregame.
Wellia Health is here to keep you feeling your best so you can enjoy all the things you love best. You can count on us for your eye exams, mental health services, rehabilitation, wellness exams, urgent care, and much more. At Wellia Health, our goal is to help you live life well. Let Wellia Health help you get back to your best. Give us a call today to set up an appointment. 320-679-1313. WelliaHealth.org.
And welcome in, folks, here on Nice 95.5 FM, KBEK. Adam Hefty here in Braham, as I am joined by Game Day Ethan Gilman. How you doing, Ethan?
Not too bad. Thanks for having me out here tonight.
Oh, of course. It's always good to have some guests here at the hangar. Braham Bombers hosting the Maple Lake Irish. Braham coming into this one 5-4 on the season. Maple Lake at 0-5. Braham has been sort of up and down the season, winning the first 3 games, but then falling in 3 straight games, and then defeating Mille Lacs and Ogilvie. Ogilvie was in the holiday break, but then falling to Barnum, and they had some trouble getting anything going offensively, and sometimes that just happens. Sometimes the ball just doesn't go in the hoop.
Yeah, certainly, and sometimes it's good to get that out of the way earlier in the season before you get too late in the season. And I know we talk to coaches all the time, and how they talk about, we want to be playing our best ball at the end of the season. Obviously, you want to be playing well during the middle and beginning parts of the season, but where they really want to be playing their best ball is at the end of the season. And the one nice thing about Minnesota sports, in any sport, pretty much everybody gets to go to the playoffs, no matter your record, no matter how you've been playing. So at the end of the season, they like to see everything come together that they've worked on at the beginning of the season. But, yeah, so far up and down, but I think we're in for a good offensive scoring game here tonight for Braham. Yeah,
and before we get into Maple Lake, I've seen Braham a few times this season, and like I said, they had some struggles offensively. That's kind of been the tendency this season. Missing shots, it's not always the same. Mm-hmm. If you're missing shots from the outside, sometimes that happens. Sometimes it's just not your night. Mm-hmm. But when layups aren't falling, even with some contact, at the high school level, you should be able to make those. And Braham has had trouble at the rim, missing multiple layups. That's not to say they can't improve throughout the season, and I expect them to. Coach Jeff Eklund is a state championship coach, as the banner is right above us as we are speaking. So that certainly tells some tall tales, and I imagine they will get better throughout the season.
Oh, certainly. And right now it might be more or less of a confidence thing. They're driving inside, and they just may not just be as confident in themselves as previous years or previous teams that the Bombers have had. Sometimes that's as simple as it is. They just don't have the confidence as other players and or teams did going to the basket and getting through contact. And like you mentioned, it's not that they can't and not that they won't improve, but right now maybe they just lack some confidence in that area of their game. And again, like you said, I think they will continue to steadily improve that as the season goes along.
Right, and they're doing the tough part. They're getting the shots that they want. They're able to move the ball in the offense. It's just they're just not falling, and I think a little bit of time in the weight room will help. Of course, just getting a little stronger by the rim. Braham, like we said, 5-4 on the season. Maple Lake is a different story. 0-5 on the season, and none of their games have been particularly close.
Yeah.
And so when you have a season like this, it's a little tough, but here's a chance in Braham that they can turn things around.
Yeah, these teams who haven't won a game in such a long time are always fun to watch because you just never know kind of what you're going to get with this kind of team because, they don't really have anything to lose. They're trying to get their first win on the season, so they're going to be flying around trying to make everything that they can, trying to get as many turnovers as they possibly can, bodying up guys. So with a team, again, that hasn't won in over a year in this Maple Lake Irish team, they're hungry for a win, and they would love to get it against Braham. Braham, they're looking at the Irish, as a smaller team, not necessarily any lesser of a team, but again, when you're a team that hasn't won in a while, you don't really have anything to lose, so you're just going out trying to get your first win, and they're going to try and do that tonight. But Braham, going to try and protect their home court here against Maple Lake and make it 0-6 for them on the season.
Not to mention if you have teenagers or if you've been a teenager, you know that your mood and your attitude and your actions can change on a daily, on an hourly, on a minutely basis. So it's always in high school sports are interesting in that way, where you have teams that are, certainly the underdog and they come out on top. Even in the college game, that happens a lot. But when you're Maple Lake, I mean, sure, Braham doesn't have the prestige that they did about 20 years ago, like we mentioned the banners before, but there still is a prestige here in Braham that Braham is a basketball school, and if you come in and take a win on their home court, that can certainly turn your season around. Yeah,
and I'm not trying to compare them to a college team, but it's kind of like when teams people look at teams like Kansas and Duke and North Carolina. They're good football schools as well, and they can have baseball and softball that are really good as well, but everyone looks at them as that basketball school. Much like Braham, they've got great other sports, volleyball, football. I mean, they do everything really well, but one thing they've been known for throughout the years is their basketball programs, both women and men's. And to get a win on this court is not easy. It doesn't matter the season that either the girls or boys are having. They could be winless, and you're still not going to find it easy, or let alone get a win on this home court, just because they do hold that prestige to themselves. They know the historic of it, and they want to uphold that. They know the championships that teams previous have won, and they want to keep that here at home and keep that pride of winning at home as well. Right.
The Great River Conference is still in reach of Braham. East Central is atop the standings at 3-0, 6-5 overall, followed by Hinckley-Finlayson, where Braham, I believe, has Hinckley next week.
I think so.
You know what? You probably should check that on your own, because there's about a 50-50 chance I am wrong. Braham is coming in at third in the Great River Conference, 3-1 on the season. So they're just a half game back in the loss column in the Great River Conference after they beat Ogilvy last week in a huge matchup. Mille Lacs, Rush City, and Pine City at 5, 6, and 7. So, like I said, the Great River Conference is in reach. Yeah, the Great River Conference this year isn't like it was years past. You had Pine City, who was winning it for many, many years in a row. Then East Central kind of came out and took it away from Pine City last year. East Central, I think, is looked at as the favorite this year because of some of the returning height that they have. But the Great River Conference this year is definitely up for grabs. And the three top teams in Braham, Hinckley, and East Central, I think it's going to be a race to the finish, much like it has been with Rush, Pine City, and Braham the last 3, 4, 5 years. The conference, has been won by Pine City the last few years, but Braham and Pine City this year are going to be the top two teams in the girls. So kind of the same for the boys in East Central, Hinckley, Finlayson, and Braham. Kind of the interesting part about this conference this year is you got two teams who have been at the top of it for many, many years in Rush and Pine, are at the bottom this year. So it's kind of turning itself on its head, but that's a prime opportunity for teams like Braham, like Hinckley, Finlayson, like East Central to go out and say, hey, we can take this conference outright, not have any question. So well within reach for Braham. I'm excited to see how the season plays out because, man, oh man, these two teams, I know they've played East Central already, but they get to play them one more time, and it's a lot different the second time through. And I know they're itching to play East Central once again. They played them. I was doing that game, and I know they felt like they could play better. Mm-hmm. And we talk about the Great River Conference. Over the past few years, there's been really good teams. There's been really good teams at the top, and then there's the tier below it. Left some to be desired. Yeah. I think this year it's pretty even. Top. There's no great team in this conference. Right. You're not going to be like, wow, East Central is their hair is on fire or anything. Yeah. But East Central, Pine City, they can win a Great River Conference game at any point this season.
Yeah, they really could, and it's unfortunate with Pine City this year. They've got a younger team. As a guy who mainly covers Pine City and has been around Pine City for the last couple of years, last year was a little bit different for Coach Allen. He didn't have his normal starting five that he had for 3-4 years previous, and last year was kind of a fresh taste of that, where they ended the regular season at 500, went into a game against Annandale in which everybody, including myself, felt like they could have won. They lost by 10. Now they come back this year with a brand new starting five. Literally none of those guys, except for maybe I think one or two, has had any varsity time. So they're coming in with a brand new team. So it's a different year for Pine City. But yeah, again, it's the Great River Conference. Any one of these teams can go out and win any night. That's the beauty of this conference, is you just never know what you're going to get going from game to game each night, because each of these teams know how valuable a win in this conference is.
Absolutely. So the pregame is winding down. We'll be back here on Nice 95.5 FM KBEK with Braham and Maple Lake after a word from some of our sponsors.
Kettle River Pizza, the handcrafted pizza made locally in Ash Cove, Minnesota. Always the highest quality ingredients. Pizza that is consistently great tasting. A true crowd pleaser. 16 varieties to choose from. Enjoy the classics like pepperoni, pepperoni sausage and supreme, to the unique tastes of hot Hawaiian, taco, buffalo chicken, and chicken Alfredo. Pick some up at your local grocer, tavern, or convenience store. Handcrafted Kettle River Pizza. Moms and basketball players approved.
Embrace Orthodontics would like to take this time to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas. It's people like you that make Christmas a sacred, meaningful occasion. Embrace Orthodontics wants to thank you for allowing us to serve you over this past year, and we look forward to continuing to provide quality orthodontic care with Invisalign and braces in the year ahead. Gifts come and go, but a smile is forever. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Embrace Orthodontics. Find us online at embracemn.com.
Aw, man. Hinckley Collision.
Hell no. My new car?
Hinckley Collision is the right decision. Fender benders, major accident damage, or hail damage. Hinckley Collision is the right decision. With 24/7 towing and fast, friendly, professional service, their collision department will get you back on the road in no time. With decades of experience dealing with insurance carriers, make the call today. 320-384-7002. 320-384-7002.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a 4-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
Want to make some extra money this holiday season? Then join Burnett Dairy Cooperative's Cheese Store Holiday Crew. They're looking for temporary employees to assist with gift box orders from October 1st through January 6th. This position is scheduled Sunday through Thursday from 12 to 8 p.m. with an hourly rate of $14 per hour and an end-of-the-season retention bonus. Call 715-689-2170 or apply online at burnettdairy.com and click on Careers. Joe and the gang at Roddy Motors say, "Go Mustangs!" Well, of course, he's got 2 boys on the varsity squad. He's born and raised in Mustang country, voted Reader's Choice Best Dealer in Kanabec County 2 years in a row. That's what you call a repeat champ. And he offers vehicles of all makes and models, can get you financed on site, and put you and your new vehicle before the Mustangs take on next week's opponent. When you need a quality new vehicle, make your way to Roddy Motors in Mora or visit roddymotors.com.
Embrace Orthodontics would like to take this time to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas. It's people like you that make Christmas a sacred, meaningful occasion. Embrace Orthodontics wants to thank you for allowing us to serve you over this past year, and we really look forward to continuing to provide quality orthodontic care with Invisalign and braces in the year ahead. Gifts come and go, but a smile is forever. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Embrace Orthodontics. Find us online at embracemn.com.
This can be the loneliest sound, and it's never the right time. Car in the ditch, you standing by the side of the road. Thank goodness Hinckley Towing is on the way. 24-hour service, experienced drivers, and state-of-the-art trucks. Put their number in your phone before you need it. Hinckley Towing, 320-385-4049. 320-385-4049.
Welcome back here on Nice 95.5 FM KBEK. Adam Hefty here in Braham, joined by Ethan Gilman. We're about ready to get started for the Braham Bombers and the Maple Lake Irish here in this non-conference matchup. Braham coming out of the Great River Conference, Maple Lake from the Central Minnesota Conference. Maple Lake going to be starting with Wyatt Brahman, Bowen Walton, Gulch Revere, Pablo Manzanado. I'm going to go with Manzanado. And Nick Lind, which was a lot easier than the previous one. Braham starting with Tanner Doble, Tyler Eklund, Garrett Lidke, Lucas Shue, and Bryson Lotz.
Both squads, looking at the rosters, have some decent size. Size-wise, matching up, it's not a bad matchup. I think I would give the size just to Braham on the case of Bryson Lotz standing 6'6", as the other senior from Logan Lenez. But yeah, size-wise, it's a pretty decent matchup between these two teams.
Bryson Lotz, the future Wyoming Cowboy.
Yeah,
he's an offensive tackle.
Yeah, that's huge, and I love that these guys get the recognition they do. You know, small schools, you hear about it every once in a while, that feel-good story, but I feel like it's never publicized enough as much as it should be, and Lotz is just one of those guys who it's been greatly publicized, and it's been all over, and it's so good to see that not only is he committed to Wyoming, as we get a quick score there from Tyler Eklund, his first 2 points, but the fact that Lotz is still playing a winter sport, even though he's committed to play football at a D1 school.
Absolutely. So Braham really missed Tyler Eklund on Friday night. He was out. He did not play on Friday night against Barnum, so it's good to see him get back into the action with the first layup. The inbound will go to Lidke, getting it down to Lotz. Lotz on the block. That's up. No good. Ball batted around, and the rebound won by Maple Lake and number 10, Revere. Up ahead is Manzanado. Manzanado in the lane from the free throw line. No good. Offensive rebound. That's Brahman. Layup is no good. And Lotz comes down with the rebound, and he'll throw it out of bounds. A turnover on Braham.
That was a good job by Maple Lake, just finding the open shot, taking the open shot, but then Braham did a good job at getting the second rebound of the two. Lotz, he was looking, trying to find Eklund, but just couldn't see him in time, and sadly threw that one away.
In the corner is Revere. Revere to the wing, and it's nearly stolen by Shue. Revere in the corner once again. Three is up by Manzanado. Shot is up, no good, but a foul is going to be called. Foul's going to be on the floor. Lucas Shue with the foul.
Just evening out the scoreboard with the fouls. Just wanted to make it even. They didn't want to have the goose egg. They tried to even it out there.
Brahman inbounding it for the Irish. Walton on the wing into the corner. Ball batted out by Lidke. It'll stay Irish ball. 17 still left on the shot clock.
Braham doing a really good job of pressuring anybody who touches the ball right now. It's so far they're doubling up whoever gets the ball, but now we get a travel call. But yeah, Braham just giving no room to maneuver for the Irish.
You need to be on your game with your ball handling skills against this Braham Bombers team because they'll make you pay. Eklund gets a screen by Lotz, a pick and roll opportunity, but Eklund takes it himself and gets the layup to go.
Beautiful job there by the Bombers, and Eklund just realized, hey, this lane's opening up for myself. I'll just take it, and he does a great job of laying that one in. And then nice job by Lotz deflecting that one and getting the steal for his team.
What a pass.
Wow.
Oh, over the linebacker, but the layup is no good by Shue. Wow. Getting it into the corner to Revere on the wing to Walton at the top of the key. Shot is up in the lane by number 3, Wyatt Brahman. And the Irish are on the board, cutting the Bomber lead in half.
That's a good shot over Lotz, and now Eklund just comes back and answers it with a 3.
Tyler Eklund with all 7 Bomber points, the sophomore, coach's kid. Breaking the press is the Irish. Nearly a travel, but not called. Rebound to Doble. Doble quickly ahead for the Bombers. Kicks it out to Eklund. Eklund brings it back out, sets up the offense.
Yeah, that last trip for the Irish, Walton wanted to drive inside as Braham hits a 3 from Doble. You know, Walton wanted to drive inside. He quickly realized Lotz was in his way and decided, you know what, I might just give this off to someone else.
Brahman to Lind. Lind's shot is off the back iron, no good. Shue with the rebound. Eklund, like the Bombers do, quickly ahead, doesn't have the numbers. Shu drives it baseline, layup up, good.
Beautiful job. That was a great pass by Tyler Eklund, who probably could have done something with it himself, seeing as how hot this team has been to start the game, but instead gave it off to Lucas Shu, who found a wide open lane to drive on the near side of the court here.
Yeah, Tyler Eklund certainly the star of this game in the early going with 7 points, but getting a lot of help from his teammates, especially on the defensive end. Lotz has really been a force down low.
He really has, and I mean, when you stand 6'6", that's usually good help, but he just does a good job of being in great position, knowing where to be, knowing where he should be, and just being that menacing presence down low in the paint. I mean, we watched it with the Irish. Walton, he had a lane, and it quickly shut.
Yeah, you really learn how good of a shooting team you are when you face someone 6'6",
yes.
because there's not many players out there that can stand up to that.
Mm-hmm.
So you shoot from the outside. You try to make a move maybe if you can, but certainly shooting from the outside might be your best offense against that defense.
Yeah, it just might, and unfortunately for the Irish, they haven't been able to find too many ways around it so far, but for the Bombers, my goodness, what a hot start for them. 12 points in just under 3 minutes off of the board on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. It's been impressive to see this start for Braham.
Yeah, almost half the points they had on Friday night. Breaking the press is the Irish. Walton kicks it out to Revere. Revere to the wing. Walton dribbling around. Manzanato into the corner. 3 is up by Revere. That's long. Rebound fought for and won by the Irish, and the layup is good for Manzanato.
That's just a good job of fighting for that rebound. Lotz, unfortunately, couldn't get his hand on it cleanly for Braham, and unfortunately, that led to Maple Lake getting the second chance opportunity, and they capitalized off of it.
Shu right down Main Street, but doesn't get the layup to go. Maple Lake has the numbers.
Oh, wow.
But Braham gets back quickly. 3 is up. That's no good. Rebound to Lind. Lind in the corner. And he'll throw it away, and it'll be Braham basketball with 14.5 left to go in the first half. Braham with a 12-4 lead on the Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard.
You know, Walton for the Irish did a great job there. He was hustling that entire play. That ball should have been out of bounds, and it should have been Braham ball a lot earlier, but it wasn't because of his hustle play. I just want to give him credit for the hustle that he showed there on that one.
Eklund to Shu. Shu at the top of the key. Litke now has it. Hands it off to Eklund. Eklund driving shot is no good, but a foul is going to be called on Maple Lake.
Yeah, he was kind of shoved in the back on that shot. Maple Lake, I think they just wanted to give him a little bit of a check to say, hey, we're not going to let you get a free one on us now.
That's going to be Lind with the foul. His second.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Maple Lake. I'm guessing they don't go super deep with their bench.
Free throw by Eklund is true. He gets another one.
And as I say, they don't go too deep, they get a sub.
Ian Schwab, I'm guessing, in for Lind. He'll be, I imagine, sitting for a while here in the first half, unless Coach Schlief needs help. Second free throw is good as well, so Eklund hits the pair. And a steal by Shu. Eklund picks up the loose ball to Doble in the corner. 3 is up, 3 is no good. Rebound to Maple Lake. Irish have the numbers. A little bit behind the basket. Good effort by Walton, but off the rim. Eklund to Shu. Shu at the top of the key to the wing, and Doble into the corner to Litke. Litke driving. Gets cut off by Manzanato. Shu on the wing. Loses the ball. And picked up by Manzanato. Layup good.
That's a good job there by the Irish, just sticking with that one. Shu didn't really have a clean hold of that ball. He kind of was fumbling it from the get-go, and they just stuck with it and were able to take it back for the points off the turnover.
Maple Lake gets the ball after the rebound. 3 is up, 3 is good by Ian Schwab as he looks towards the Bombers student section.
Yeah, that I've been here a few times. That student section gets a little rowdy. They like to talk a lot, which isn't bad as long as you're keeping it clean. But
exactly.
But he gives them a look and says, "Hey, I was able to score there a big one, and now Irish get called for the travel. It looks like Manzanato, he wants a hold call on Braham. It was close, but I think they were able to get a good chunk of the ball there to avoid the foul call.
Tyler Eklund with 11 points already. He'll get a screen. Down low to Lotz. Lotz. Runner is no good. Rebound will come to the Irish. And Schwab.
A little bit strong off the glass that time for Lotz. Did a great job of getting himself an opportunity to shoot, but just a little too strong off the glass. That one is not for Walton.
Nice pass down to Walton on the low block. And that's going to be tipped by Maple Lake, but Braham able to get it back. Runner is up, no good by Lotz, and the rebound comes down to Walton. Walton quickly up ahead on the fast break. Ball loose. It'll be off of Schwab as Lucas Shue just stepped over it a couple times without touching it. The official was right there.
Yeah, Shue did a really good job of stepping over it to make sure that he didn't touch it. And I was surprised they didn't even call a kickball there on Irish, because it was really close to being a kickball as well.
Eklund trying to break down Powman, who's in for the Irish. Powman staying in front of Eklund, but he passes it to Lotz. Layup good, and the harm. Bryson Lotz will go to the line for the and one.
Just a strong finish there by Lotz, and now he's got the opportunity for the three-point play.
I think they gave a bucket to Braham that was supposed to go to Maple Lake.
Yeah, I'm looking at scoreboard. That's what I thought as well.
So the free throw is no good by Lotz. And Maple Lake on the run. Powman on the block. Blocked by Bryson Lotz. There's no emotion to Lotz on that one. He's like, yeah.
Just business.
Yeah.
Just business for him.
Elia Belden and Logan Lenez. Also Soren Lilly in for Braham. Walton inbounds it to Brayman. Brayman to Manzanato. Three is good for Manzanato.
Good open look there for him, and he absolutely delivered, and now nearly.
It's going to be a turnover on Braham.
Wow. That was close. I didn't think I thought the Irish got a hand on it, but not the case there.
18-14, Maple Lake keeping it close. 11.5 left to go in the first half. Manzanato gets a screen in this 2-3 zone. It's going to be tipped by Lilly, and he grabs it. And he's going to be fouled by Manzanato. Just his first, team's third. Manzanato, the leading scorer, he doesn't want to pick up a second here in the first half.
Yeah, again, it's these winless teams that surprise you. You just never know sometimes what you're going to get, and I think right now Braham may have just been a little bit surprised. They got off to that such a hot start, and their offense was going, and now all of a sudden they've had to get back on defense quite a few times, and I think it just kind of surprised them a little bit, and now we see the Irish get the ball back.
Manzanato's layup is good, and Manzanato has 9, and the lead is down to 2.
He has single-handedly brought them back in this game and got them within 2 of the Bomber lead, and he'll get another rebound.
Lilly's shot is long. Manzanato into the corner. Schwab, Manzanato, Powman inside, and a foul's going to be called. Bit of a shove. See who this is on. It's going to be on Belden. His first, just the team's second. Lotz back in for Braham. Giving Doble a rest. Manzanato inbounding it for the Irish. Braham in that 2-3 zone. Schwab into the corner to Manzanato. Powman at the top of the key for 3. Off the backboard and in, and Maple Lake takes a 19-18 lead.
Lenez from 3 on the far side. Going to be no good, but have no fear. Lotz is there for the rebound.
Lotz is there for the rebound, and Braham retakes the lead, 20-19.
This has been a fun first half so far. Braham, again, got out to that extremely hot start, but then the Irish took a timeout and said, well, wait a minute, we can get off to a hot start as well, and they showed that, and it's a 1-point game because of it.
3 is up by Schwab. That's no good. It's going to go off of Maple Lake in Braham basketball. It seemed like Maple Lake was a bit shell-shocked to start this game.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't think they realized what Braham could do shooting-wise. Again, Eklund came out and hit, I think, all four of his first shots. So, but, yeah, I think they were. I think that's a good way to put it. See, he hits another one right there.
Yeah, Eklund once again from inside. He's the smallest guy on the court. Powman in the corner. Nice pass. 3 is up by Schwab. Good.
Wow.
And we're tied.
I've been really impressed with how the Irish have been able to hit the threes here in this first half. They haven't always been easy shots, but they've done a good job of just taking them and then, wow, off an awkward angle there for Lilly.
Sonny Lilly with the strong bucket. Powman in the corner to Schwab. Schwab into the teeth of the zone. That's going to be short, and Lotz will come down with the rebound.
It almost looked like Braham may have gotten a hand on it.
Eklund's layup is good.
Wow. He can't miss from any angle. It doesn't matter.
Eklund's a magician with the ball. Into the corner. Schwab to Manzanato. Revere. Powman on the wing. Drives to Revere. Revere 3 is up by Manzanato, and he hits it. Cuts the lead to 1.
Good job passing there by the Irish. That ball had been tipped a few times by Braham, but they stuck with it and were able to get that pass to an open man on the outside for 3. And again, the threes, they've been able to connect with most of them here in this first half. It's been really impressive to watch how easily it's kind of gone for the Irish shooting from 3.
Manzanato with 12 points for the Irish, keeping Maple Lake in it. Timeout is going to be called by Maple Lake. Hey, how about we do the same? 8:35 left to go in the first half. Braham with a 1-point lead, 26-25. We'll be back here on Nice 95.5 FM, KBEK, after word from some of our sponsors.
Wellia Health is here to keep you feeling your best so you can enjoy all the things you love best. You can count on us for your eye exams, mental health services, rehabilitation, wellness exams, urgent care, and much more. At Wellia Health, our goal is to help you live life well. Let Wellia Health help you get back to your best. Give us a call today to set up an appointment. 320-679-1313. WelliaHealth.org.
Hey. WCMP wherever you go. Download the new mobile app. It's free, and it's a game changer.
Automatic first down.
Welcome back here on Nice 95.5 FM, KBEK. Adam Hefty and Ethan Gilman here in Braham as Braham holds a 1-point lead over Maple Lake with 8.5 left to go in the first half.
I don't think this is a score a lot of people thought we'd see here in the first half, let alone in the game, but give Maple Lake credit as Lotz missed the shot there.
Lotz has had a good opportunity there to extend the lead, but a little strong on the layup. Into the corner to Walton. Walton to the free throw line. That's going to be stolen by Lotz. And Eklund quickly up ahead for the Bombers, but he'll slow it down to let his teammates catch up to him.
Once again, Lotz just in the right place at the right time, just doing his job defensively.
Lenez in the corner for 3. That's up. That's no good. Doble back to Lenez. Eklund, he'll take it from the top of the key. That rams in.
Wow.
Tyler Eklund with his second 3 of the night, 29-25 with under 8 to play in the first half.
Rattled around for a little bit, but then remembered it was the home rim and said, all right, I'll give you the bounce that you need.
Ball's going to be thrown away, and it's going to be tipped by Braham, and it'll stay Maple Lake basketball.
Lenez is just as surprised as I am that it stays with Maple Lake. I thought it should have been Braham ball, but great job by the referees keeping an eye on that ball and getting in the call quickly.
Manzanato for 3, another one.
Wow.
His third.
I don't think Irish can miss right now from 3. It seems like every three ball they're shooting has just gone through, and another rebound there for the Irish.
Doble's mid-range is no good. Manzanato to the free throw line, and Brayman shot is up. That's good in traffic.
Yeah, he had to get around lots that time, which none of the Irish have wanted or been able to do so far as Eklund. Oh, my goodness, quick move.
With the left hand as Braham retakes the lead, 31-30. This does not seem like a winless team.
No, it really doesn't. No, not at all. This team has found a little bit of rhythm here in this game. And again, sometimes for a winless team, all it takes is one. All it takes is that one game where you get into a rhythm early. You're scoring a ton of points. I mean, we've already got 61 points here in this first half alone. As we mentioned, Braham, they've already outscored themselves from last Friday against Barnum. So this is a big game for both of these teams, for Braham in both ways, because they want to get off of that. They want to get that loss out of their minds against Barnum. Plus, they want to get a win on their home court. And they also don't want to give a win to a winless team. For Maple Lake, they're looking to end that winless streak here this evening. And so far, I'm not going to say that they're gonna, but I mean, it looks good for them here tonight. And if anything, moving forward, this gives them a lot of confidence and a lot of good things to look at.
Yeah, and when they're hitting shots that, like when I was talking about how you're missing shots, it's different in different ways. They're hitting shots in traffic. They're hitting tough shots that I haven't seen Maple Lake in a couple years, but they weren't making. I would imagine they haven't made shots like that this season.
Yeah, it's obviously they don't have a win for reasons, but yeah, it's been a fun run for them here in this game, and they've got quite a few seniors on this squad as well, and I think that senior that leadership and that veteran presence is finally coming to light here for the Irish in this game. And sometimes it just takes a little bit of a break. We all had the holiday break, as did they, and maybe that's all they needed was a little bit of a break to kind of regroup, come back and say, hey, let's take a look at our team and take a look at what we do well, and maybe that's what they figured out over the holiday break.
Powman in the corner to Walton. Walton inside to Bremen. Bremen's layup is good, and that's one of those shots in traffic that they make.
Yeah, again, they're just showing Bremen's really done a good job working inside, whether it's against Lotz or anyone else from Bram, but he's showing that no fear, that kind of that fear we talked about from other players going up against Lotz and saying, oh, well, never mind, I'm going to back out of that, but he is not. He is fearless going inside.
Litke goes up with the layup. That's no good, but he is fouled, so he'll go to the line for two, and that's going to be the second foul on Manzanato. So he's going to take a seat. I'm not a big fan of the automatic sit with two fouls in the first half. He's been your leading scorer so far with 15 points. Maybe he's just trying to get him a rest, get his legs back underneath him. Three is up by Schwab. That's short, and Litke comes down with the rebound. Doble's layup is no good, and the rebound will come down to Maple Lake as they try to extend their lead. 32-31 with 6 minutes left to go in the first half. Walton, layup, no good. Ball batted around. Walton gets the rebound. That's going to be too tall, but Bremen is there to pick it up.
Yeah, there were two Irish players there for that one. They did a good job working out who was going to get it, and now it's stolen away by Braham.
And that's going to be a foul on Schwab. That's going to be his second. So three players for Maple Lake with two fouls. And with 5:44 left to go in the first half.
Now will they continue to do the automatic sit with the two, or so far it looks like they won't, so it looks like they'll keep Schwab in. As Lucas Shue for the Bombers goes to the line for the 1-and-1.
His free throw is good, as we're tied at 32. Second free throw is good as well. Shue has 4, and Braham retakes the lead, 33-32.
We're in for a fun finish to this first half.
Schwab with a handoff to Powman. And missing a travel. Shot is up. That's no good. Rebound fought for, won by Bremen. Powman at the top of the key. Shot is up. That's no good. And Litke comes down with the rebound.
Again, Bremen showing no fear in the paint. Just doing a great job.
Doble shot is short, and the rebound will come down to Schwab. Quickly up ahead is Brahman. Into the corner to Revere. 3 is up. 3 is off the back of the rim. No good. An offensive rebound by Maple Lake. Jump ball is going to be called. It will be Maple Lake basketball with 5 minutes left to go in the first half. Braham holding a 33-32 lead on the Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard.
Yeah, that last shot from Schwab looked more or less like a shot put than anything else. I think he was just trying to get off a shot quickly, knowing the defense was swarming to him. But luckily his team was able to get there and at least get a jump ball call and hold on to the ball.
Shot is up. That off the back of the rim by Walton. Rebound to Doble. And Eklund up ahead. Litke with a jump stop. That's no good. Rebound to Doble. Doble shot is rejected. Saved by Litke. Eklund from outside. That's no good. Rebound to Doble. Out to Litke. Litke for 3. That's no good. Nearly another offensive rebound, but poked out of there by Powman. Oh, my gosh, what a defensive play by Tyler Eklund. Hustling back to knock the ball out of Walton's hands. Walton had almost a free layup, but Eklund hustling back. It will be Maple Lake ball.
That's just a pure effort play there by Eklund. He said, okay, I am not going to allow the free fast break points for you. I have to do something to get my team the ball back. He didn't get his team the ball back, but he sure escaped points being put up on the board.
Shu nearly stealing it away, but it will go out of bounds. Schwab driving, gets stuck, and ball's loose, picked up by Lind. Lind to Walton. Walton hands it off to Brahman. Brahman for 3, off the backboard, no good. Rebound to Shu. Eklund up ahead for the Bombers. Out to Doble. Doble with the dribble in. That's up. That's no good. Rebound. Ooh. Invertent shot by Litke.
Palman got a little elbow to the face there.
It was more of a hand, but it was inadvertent.
Oh yeah, no ill intention on that one. Trying to go after the rebound. They were both trying to get that rebound. They're both entitled to grab the rebound, but yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes. And again, no ill intention on that one. So we continue play
and Palman wanting a foul going down the sideline, but the official calling it out of bounds. I kind of saw a foul too, but
yeah, that was
maybe that was a makeup from the missed travel.
Maybe.
But 3 is up by Shu, no good. Rebound to Litke, but he dribbles it on the baseline. I want to make it clear, I'm really not criticizing the officials.
Oh no,
because they do the hard work to make sure these sports are possible. And they're human. They're going to miss some calls. It happens.
Yeah, that's the thing is, we never criticize the referees. They're human, and we're commentating on what we see in the game. So
right.
That's what we're doing.
Kick ball, but it'll stay Maple Lake basketball. 3.5 left to go in the first half. Braham still with a 1-point lead. Nice drive there by Mazzaneto. And that's going to be a foul on Litke. That's going to be the second on him. But just the 4th team foul on Braham. Braham is in the bonus. Maple Lake is not. Brahman, Manzanato, stutter step, poked out of there by Shu, but it'll stay Maple Lake basketball.
Well, you can see what Maple Lake's trying to do. They're trying to get it to their leading scorer, Manzanato, and he is getting all the attention from Braham. They know exactly what they're trying to do with Manzanato. They're trying to get him the ball, get him open, get him to take a shot. And right now, Braham doing a good job of locking him down, but
Walton trying to get it inside to Brahman. Ball's loose, picked up by Eklund. Foul's going to be called on Maple Lake, and Eklund will go to the line for the bonus. It'll just be a 1-and-1. It's just the 8th team foul on Maple Lake. It's going to be on Wyatt Brahman, his first. Eklund hit both of his free throws from his last trip.
At 3:15 to go here first half. We've been stuck at this 33-32 score after a really fun start to this game, and Eklund hits his first, but yeah, either way, both teams have got a little bit cold from shooting-wise, but defenses have done a really good job of stepping up and kind of slowing down the scoring as well, so give credit to both defenses.
Second free throw rims out, and the rebound will come down to Braham. Manzanato gets the bounce pass behind the back, being defended by Shu. Dribble handoff to Lind. Lind driving. Trying to get it to Walton, but it's going to go off his hands out of bounds.
Right now, one thing that I'm noticing is Maple Lake is having a hard time kind of holding on to the ball, whether it's passes or dribbling. They're just having a hard time holding on to the ball right now, and unfortunately that has led to some turnovers, but probably more unfortunate for Braham, they haven't been able to turn those turnovers into points.
Yeah, Maple Lake in the 2-3 zone, and Doble's shot from the corner is no good. Bauman is blocked by Eklund. It'll go out of bounds.
We've seen, 3-4 blocks in this game, and that one might have been the cleanest, prettiest one.
Eklund standing at 5'11".
He has springs in his shoes, though, ladies and gentlemen. My goodness, can he get up?
A roster 5'11". Three is up and good by Bauman, and Maple Lake retakes the lead, 35-34.
And that ends their scoring drought, so they got to be feeling pretty good about themselves, but then Eklund says, just wait a minute.
Eklund from outside.
And this is kind of how it started with the scoring streak the last time. We saw 3 get hit by one team. The other team answered with a 3 of their own, and then the scoring just started to fall, and now a nice block there by Doble. Oh, then had it stolen away.
Manzanato doesn't have the numbers. He throws it to Bauman, but it'll go wide, and a turnover on Maple Lake. 2 minutes left to go here in the first half. Braham with a 37-35 lead.
Yeah, it feels like Maple Lake on a couple of these offensive possessions have been getting a little bit ahead of themselves with the passing. It feels like they're just a tad fast with it, as Eklund nearly with another 3, but.
And the ball is going to be Doble tried to save it, but kept it in bounds for Manzanato to pick it up, and stolen by Lilly. Lilly to Eklund. Eklund to Doble for 3. That's up. That's no good. Lilly with the rebound. Out to Shu. Shu with the ball fake. Layup up good.
Great job of passing the ball around. And again, Shu with a nice open lane to drive through. They've done a good job of getting lanes to run through and connecting on those drives. And we see a foul here on Braham, and that'll send Manzanato to the line for 2.
Manzanato doing a good job with the ball fakes, and Braham is falling for almost everyone. And he's able to get to the basket with that extra step. Manzanato will be at the line for 2. It'll be on Lilly, his first. Free throw is up and good. As Manzanato has 16 so far here tonight.
He kind of got them going with his first 3, and then Schwab and Bauman followed, and he's also got 2 more, so he is clearly their leader on the offensive side of the ball.
Second free throw is good as well. So he has 17, and the lead is down to 2. Zone press being played by Maple Lake. Lilly gets it across the timeline. Driving, nice pass to Belden. Up, no good. He'll get his own rebound. That's up, that's no good, but he is fouled. And Belden will go to the line for 2. If that's on Manzanato, it isn't. It is on Braham, and he has 2. So Maple Lake with 4 players with 2. Now, I don't think 2 is dangerous at this point, but if you pick up that third, that's where you have troubles, as the first free throw by Belden is no good.
Yeah, Belden did a good job there of not only really in the pass that he got, because that pass was coming in hot, I should say, and unfortunately he misses both free throws here, but he did a good job bringing in the pass and then getting his own rebound through a bunch of traffic. Unfortunately unable to convert the free throws that time to extend the Bomber lead.
Braham back in their man-to-man press. Walton breaks it to Lind. Lind in the corner, driving in the lane. to Bremen. Bremen loses it on the way through. It'll go out of bounds, and it'll be Braham basketball with 51 seconds left to go here in the first half.
And that was a tough drive there for the Irish. Lind had it inside, but he was basically triple teamed, so he decided, you know what, I'm not even going to take a shot. I got no one here for a possible second chance opportunity scoring-wise, and he decided to back it out. And fortunately for Braham, they were able to create the turnover.
2-3 zone being played once again by the Irish as Eklund directing traffic for the Bombers. Ball batted out of bounds by Lind. It'll stay Braham basketball. 21 seconds left to go on the shot clock. 39 seconds left on the game clock. Eklund will inbound it on the sideline. Braham with essentially 2 point guards with Eklund and Lenez. Lilly to Eklund in the corner. 3 is up. 3 is no good. Rebound to Lenez, and Lenez is fouled. That's going to be on Lind, his third.
Yeah, so we talked about getting that third, and unfortunately here he got it with 28 seconds to go in the first half. So he'll sit the rest of the first half. He'll come out and start the second half, but that's unfortunate for the Irish. But now Lenez with an opportunity to extend the Bomber lead right before half.
Double bonus opportunity for Lenez. First free throw is good. Second one is short. Rebound will come down to Walton. Walton, Manzanato. Being defended by Shu. Layup up, no good, but nope. It's just going to go out of bounds. A lot of hands.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be a foul, as did Manzanato. And yeah, I thought if they were calling it out of bounds, I thought that had last touch Manzanato. So
Bremen throws it away, stolen by Belden. Eklund takes the pass at his knees. 10 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Soren Lilly to Eklund. Eklund to Lenez. Lenez to Shu in the corner. Lilly.
Oh, and one pass too many.
As the game clock runs out of time, 40-37 is the Braham lead at your halftime break. We'll be back to wrap up that first half here on Nice 95.5 FM KBEK after word from some of our sponsors.
Kettle River Pizza, the handcrafted pizza made locally in Ash Cove, Minnesota. Always the highest quality ingredients. Pizza that is consistently great tasting. A true crowd pleaser. 16 varieties to choose from. Enjoy the classics like pepperoni, pepperoni sausage and supreme, to the unique tastes of hot Hawaiian, taco, buffalo chicken, and chicken Alfredo. Pick some up at your local grocer, tavern, or convenience store. Handcrafted Kettle River Pizza. Moms and basketball players approved.
Embrace Orthodontics would like to take this time to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas. It's people like you that make Christmas a sacred, meaningful occasion. Embrace Orthodontics wants to thank you for allowing us to serve you over this past year, and we look forward to continuing to provide quality orthodontic care with Invisalign and braces in the year ahead. Gifts come and go, but a smile is forever. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Embrace Orthodontics. Find us online at embracemn.com.
Aw, man. Hinckley Collision.
Hell no. My new car?
Hinckley Collision is the right decision. Fender benders, major accident damage, or hail damage. Hinckley Collision is the right decision. With 24/7 towing and fast, friendly, professional service, their collision department will get you back on the road in no time. With decades of experience dealing with insurance carriers, make the call today. 320-384-7002. 320-384-7002.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a four-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
Want to make some extra money this holiday season? Then join Burnett Dairy Cooperative's Cheese Store Holiday Crew. They're looking for temporary employees to assist with gift box orders from October 1st through January 6th. This position is scheduled Sunday through Thursday from 12 to 8 p.m. with an hourly rate of $14 per hour and an end-of-the-season retention bonus. Call 715-689-2170 or apply online at burnettdairy.com and click on Careers.
Welcome back here on Nice 95.5 FM, KBEK. Adam Hefty here with Ethan Gilman here in Braham, Minnesota, home of the Bombers. Braham up over Maple Lake, the Irish 40-37. Leading the way for Maple Lake with 17 points was Pablo Manzanero. 17 points for him, 6 apiece for Powman, Schwab, and Bremen, and then a bucket was added by Bowen Walton. Leading the way for the Braham Bombers with 24 points and leading all scores was sophomore Tyler Eklund. 6 points were added by Lucas Shue, 4 from Bryson Lotz, 3 from Tanner Doble, 2 points from Soren Lilly, and then a free throw was added by Logan Lenez. Ethan, to my left, has the rest of the advanced stats. So you got to expand your browser and look at the advanced stats to get Ethan's intake.
Yeah, well, I'll try. Yeah, nine steals there by the Bombers in that first half to the Irish 2, and again, that isn't the whole turnover story. There were plenty of turnovers just based off of balls gone out of bounds, but that would even favor Braham because a lot of those turnovers came on the Irish side of the offense. So for Braham, they've got 9 steals, but probably closer to 15, 17 turnovers in their favor in that first half. They also had 3 blocks, 1 each for Doble, Eklund, and of course Lotz. He had 1 there. Then they only had 5 team fouls in that first half. So really clean first half there for Braham, considering that Maple Lake had 10 team fouls in that first half. And rebound-wise, it's definitely favoring Maple Lake. They are getting more of the rebounds on the defensive side of things. Offensively, they're doing a good job getting some rebounds, but one of the things that I think Braham is doing just a lot better than Maple Lake right now is they're scoring on their first chance opportunities. They aren't needing those second chance opportunities, and right now Maple Lake is needing more or less second chance, third chance, even some fourth chance opportunities to score, whereas Braham is scoring out of every single angle possible known to man, thanks to Tyler Eklund.
Right. One team has Tyler Eklund, one team does not.
Yes.
So it's been a sloppy game so far. Braham has just been a little bit better in the sloppiness than Maple Lake has, but only by a little bit, and that seems to be the difference.
Yeah, it really is right now because I mentioned the turnovers, but Braham has had their fair share of turnovers as well. And again, I'm sure if you're head coach Eklund and this Bomber team, you'd like to see a few more second chance scoring opportunities come your way as well, because when they aren't hitting those, we're seeing the Irish basketball team being able to grab those rebounds and get down in their offensive possession and score as well. So in that scoring run that we had, I'd say 6 minutes into this first half, when the Irish and Bombers just couldn't seem to miss, that's kind of what was happening. Is the Bombers, when they did miss, Irish were doing a really good job of getting the rebound, scoring very quickly. But again, when they went cold, it seemed like they started to rush things. That's when both teams kind of went cold. We had that scoring drought. We were stuck at 33-32 between these two teams with Braham leading. But it seemed like things were just a tad rushed by both of these squads. Neither squad could really settle in and find a rhythm, and it felt like they were trying to score based off of what happened on the last time. They're like, okay, I missed. I need to go and score quickly because of that miss. But I think they finally realized, hey, I don't have to do that. They kind of both settled down. We've seen some more points put back up on the board, and Braham did a really good job of drawing the fouls, whether it was off of a rebound or just in the defensive zone as well. They did a really good job drawing the fouls, 10 of them there in that first half for Irish, which gave, of course, Braham the double bonus, and they did a decent job at the free throw line there in that first half.
Braham got out to a quick 12-2 lead in 3 minutes of gameplay, and forcing a timeout by Schlief, and that seemed to wake Maple Lake up, and Pablo Manzanero really did a good job. He started with driving the basketball, but that opened things up from the outside as well, because if you're afraid your guy is going to drive on you, you're going to back up a little bit, and that gave him some opportunities to make some threes. That he had 3 there in that first half.
Yeah, that was perfectly explained, because then it opened up Schwab and Palmen for opportunities from outside on the perimeter, and they did a good job of hitting on their opportunities. So Manzanero, their player of the game for that first half, I mean, quite easily. He did it rebound-wise. He had 2 steals. And again, he opened up the opportunities for his teammates on the outside as well. And then they weren't afraid to keep driving inside, though, as we've seen with Brahman. Brahman continued to drive inside. He even had a few where he drove in on Lotz, and before Lotz had to sit with a couple of fouls. But yeah, he drove inside, and he was fearless inside. And I think, for Maple Lake, that was a big key in why they had a few leads and exchanged the leads a few times with Braham. They just continued to be fearless, driving inside and then letting Manzanero do the work inside and out while he opened it up for other people as well. So it was really a good team effort there by the Irish in the first half.
It was. It'll be interesting to see what the second half has in store for us. We'll be back here on Nice 95.5 FM KBK with that second half from here in Braham after word from some of our sponsors.
Joe and the gang at Roddy Motors say, "Go Mustangs!" Well, of course, he's got 2 boys on the varsity squad. He's born and raised in Mustang country, voted Reader's Choice Best Dealer in Kanabec County 2 years in a row. That's what you call a repeat champ. And he offers vehicles of all makes and models, can get you financed on site, and put you in your new vehicle before the Mustangs take on next week's opponent. When you need a quality new vehicle, make your way to Roddy Motors in Mora, or visit roddymotors.com.
Embrace Orthodontics would like to take this time to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas. It's people like you that make Christmas a sacred, meaningful occasion. Embrace Orthodontics wants to thank you for allowing us to serve you over this past year, and we really look forward to continuing to provide quality orthodontic care with Invisalign and braces in the year ahead. Gifts come and go, but a smile is forever. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Embrace Orthodontics. Find us online at embracemn.com.
This can be the loneliest sound, and it's never the right time. Car in the ditch, you standing by the side of the road. Thank goodness Hinckley Towing is on the way. 24-hour service, experienced drivers, and state-of-the-art trucks. Put their number in your phone before you need it. Hinckley Towing, 320-385-4049. 320-385-4049. The new Cool Country mobile app. Local news, sports, and weather, and great country music at your fingertips. Download it in the App Store or in Google Play.
You caught me mid-drink. Welcome back here on Nice 95.5 FM KBK. Adam Hefty and Ethan Gilman here in Braham as the Braham Bombers and the Maple Lake Irish getting ready to start this second half. Braham holding a 3-point lead, 40-37. What do you think the keys to this second half for each team is going to be, Ethan?
Continue to score.
Oh, that's score more points than the other team.
Yes, yeah. No, I think for Braham, I think you continue with what you've had working there in that first half. Continue to feed Eklund. He's done a great job, because once you continue to feed him, they're going to have to take notice of that, and the Irish are going to have to key off on him. So they're going to bring more defenders his way, and when they bring more defenders his way, you're going to open up things for other players, whether it's outside or inside. You've got Lotz, who had 4 points in that first half, who could see a lot more in the second half, especially with Eklund bound to get draw more attention here in the second half. So I think you continue that if you're Braham, and then if you're the Irish, I think you just got to continue to play that fearless ball. You can't worry about going inside. You got to settle things down a little bit too. I thought they sped things up a little bit too much in that first half. So settle things down and continue to be fearless inside.
Shot is up by Doble. That's going to be no good. Rebound by Lotz. His layup is no good. And a foul is going to be on Lotz on the next rebound as he went over the back of an Irish player. So it'll be Maple Lake basketball. Just the first foul on Lotz. So Braham in their zone press. Maybe in their zone press. Nope, it's going to be man-to-man. That's Manzanero being defended by Doble. Almost a screen. Gets a screen by Bremen. Palmen to Bremen. Manzanero down low to Revere. Revere to Bremen. Bremen at the top of the key. Out to Paulman. Paulman for 3. That's no good. Rebound saved by Walton. And that's going to be almost saved once again, but it's going to go out of bounds. It'll stay Maple Lake basketball. 14 seconds left to go on the shot clock.
What an interesting little sequence that happened there. Both teams did a great job hustling to the ball, but yeah, unfortunately for Braham, they just couldn't quite hold on to it, and Maple Lake will get another opportunity.
Ball's going to be over the head of Walton, and Eklund comes away with the steal. Layup good and the foul, as Paulman, not really a smart foul there, as you weren't going to catch up to Eklund, and if you were, it was going to be a foul.
Yeah, I was kind of curious to see what he was going to do. I thought maybe he'd lay off at the last second just to maybe, let Eklund know, hey, I'm behind you, to maybe give him an extra thought, but it was not the case, and unfortunately there for the Irish, they're going to pick up another foul.
Free throw by Eklund, rims in. Yeah, that's when you clap. That's when you see the clap. Or
yes. Yeah.
Manzanato on the sideline being defended by Doble. Gets a screen from Bremen. Kind of a give and go, but defended well by Braham. Paulman for 3, blocked by Eklund. It'll go out of bounds and stay Maple Lake basketball.
And the Bombers are led in blocks by no, it's Eklund. Eklund, his second of the evening. My guy, and when I say he has springs in his shoes, ladies and gentlemen, I mean he quite literally might. I mean, he is just, his ability to get up over the defenders as Lotz gets a steal here is just incredible.
Good body control by Lotz with that steal.
Oh,
as Litke was too far under the basket, but Lucas Shue was there to pick up the trash and gets it to fall.
Yeah, you could hear the frustration he had after he missed it. He kind of just talked to himself, and you know what, man, I knew I had that one, and he knew he got too far underneath, and great job there by Shue getting the rebound and putting it back up for 2, and now the other way we get a foul here on Braham. It'll be their second of the second half.
Manzanato draws the foul. It's going to be on Shue, his second, as Lenez will come in for Shue.
Both teams actually, did a really good job of substituting guys and keeping those substitutions going. I mean, they kept everybody fresh.
Shot is no good. Lotz comes down with the rebound, gets it to Lenez. Lenez to Eklund. Eklund back to Lenez in the lane. Out to Eklund. Eklund with a ball fake to Doble. Doble to top of the key to Litke on the wing. Out to Eklund on the opposite wing to Lenez. Lenez, good ball movement by Braham here on this possession. Eklund driving off the foot of an Irish, and it's going to go Irish way. So a steal by Maple Lake as Manzanato will get it to Bremen for 3. No good. Rebound to Eklund. Braham quickly up ahead. Doble in the corner. To Lotz. Lotz double team. Layup no good. Block's going to be fouled by Bremen. And that'll put Lotz to the line for 2.
Raymond didn't agree with that one, but that was a pretty good call there by the referee as Lotz will now be at the line for 2.
The official said he was in the restricted circle, but I don't think it would have mattered. I didn't think he had position. Free throw is no good by Lotz. Lind will come back in for Bremen. Lind and Bremen both have 2 fouls. Lotz's second is free throw was good, but Doble crossed the 3-point line.
Yeah.
So saying it was no good.
Yeah, I thought you probably could have got either him or I've got to stand on the near side here, but they look like they both went a little bit early. So got one of the 2, and yeah, unfortunately for Braham, because Lotz did make that second of 2, and well, it won't matter because they get the steal back anyways.
Litke on the wing. He'll take the 3. That's up. That's no good. Rebound will come down to Lenez. Lenez into the corner to Doble. Doble driving. Shot is up. No good, but a foul is going to be called, and Doble is going to go to the line for 2.
And unfortunately for the Irish, the fouls are already a problem here. Not 3 minutes into this second half, and that's going to be the 4th on Lind.
Free throw by Doble is good. 15:22 left to go. Braham with a 46-37 lead over Maple Lake, and Doble will be at the line for another one. That's good as well. Doble has 5, and the lead is back up to double digits for the Bombers to match their largest lead of the night.
Yeah, and the Irish have kind of hurt themselves and almost given this lead back to Braham with the fouls that they've had and unfortunately the shots that they've missed so far. So Braham, if they can continue this, they'll be happy, as another missed shot there for Maple Lake.
Yeah, Manzanito with a good spin move, almost got it to go. Going under the defender was Doble. Shot was no good. The rebound will come down to Revere, and Schwab up ahead.
Oh.
It was a pass, but it hit the rim, and Braham has it. Eklund to Litke. Litke for 3 in the corner. That's good. Garrett Litke from outside.
Getting his first points on the board here this evening. Litke with that 3. Nice shot there by him. And, one thing that I've noticed with this Bomber team, Eklund, the driving force, but I mean, his ability to kind of work through and in the chaos, and as a team, their ability to kind of work through that chaos, because there have been a lot of times where that ball seems to be going every which way, but they do a really great job of keeping themselves composed and making sure they're sticking with it, and they do a really good job of that, and that's why they've gotten back out to this double-digit 13-point lead now here in the second half.
Yeah, largest lead of the night for Braham. And the thing with Tyler Eklund is even when he's not scoring, he attracts so much attention that he opens up a lot of things for his teammates wherever it is, and that is certainly not what you want, because there is some talent on this Bomber squad. So if you have to leave somebody, they can also hurt you as well.
Yeah, and I kind of talked about that right at the beginning of this half. I thought, if they can continue to do that and force Maple Lake to draw more attention his way, they're going to open up those opportunities for everyone else, and so far, so good.
Walton will get the inbound, and Schwab up ahead for the Bombers. Good job breaking the press. Maple Lake hasn't had much problem with this Bomber press. Shot is up and good. I didn't see who that was.
That was Manzanito, but all of a sudden Maple Lake gets a steal off the inbound, and they nearly get another shot to go through. It was Walton who got the shot, got his own rebound, then had it knocked out of bounds as he passed it to his teammate on the near side corner there. But now Maple Lake might be feeling a little bit something after getting their first basket to fall in this second half, and that's kind of what it took there in the first half, as Doble will get a steal.
Eklund from the left side gets the layup to go. And Braham, what is my score doing? Oh my gosh. Okay, got it. 52-39 is the score.
5,300 to 600.
3 is up by Manzanito.
And there you go. They're starting to open the things back up for Manzanito. He's starting to draw less attention because of the passing that the Irish have done here to begin this second half, and now he's finding more open lanes to shoot from.
3 is up by Walton.
Ooh.
Rims out, no good. Found every bit of the rim before it went out. 13.5 left to go. Eklund, nice pass to Litke. Litke's shot goes in.
And that again, that was my bad. That was, again, just he's drawing the attention. He realized he's inside. He found his man right underneath the basket and got it to him, and he had the easy shot for 2.
Ball's going to be out of bounds as Revere lost it on the way through, but they're saying Lots touched it on the way through, so it'll stay Maple Lake basketball. 13:10 left to go. Braham with a 54-42 lead here on the Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard.
And one thing I enjoy about Lots is he's just, we mentioned it before, but he is just business. He is all about the game. He doesn't let himself get too high, too low. He is just consistent, and that's a great thing to have in a big guy like that, is him being consistent.
Foul is going to be called. That's going to be on Shu, I believe. That'll be his 3rd if it is. It is. So Braham having a hard time staying in front of Manzanito, as Manzanito has 22 points tonight.
Yeah, we mentioned in the first half, he was kind of their spark. And
ball's on the ground. It'll go out of bounds. It'll go Maple Lake basketball.
Eklund is just, he covers every inch of this court. It doesn't matter, offense or defense. Every inch, he is there. And nearly got, well, he did get the steal, but unfortunately he continued out of bounds right after he got it. But
And a foul is going to be on, they're going to say Litke on the way through, his third. Team's fourth.
Yeah, it was kind of Irish that were struggling with the fouls early on, and that's kind of what gave Braham the momentum early in this second half. But now all of a sudden Braham unfortunately can't get away from the fouls as a missed shot there by Maple Lake, and Doble gets the rebound.
Plowman's three was short, rebound to Braham, and a foul is going to be called on Manzanato. It's going to be his third, team's fourth.
Yeah, and if the Irish are going to get back into this one, they need Manzanato out on the court. We've seen what it was like without him on the court. They still were able to score, but it didn't come as seemingly as easily than when he was out on the court, so they'll definitely need him out there. And, ooh, going to get a foul here on Brayman, and he doesn't agree.
That's going to be his fourth. So number 24, Joseph Warner, will get his first action of the night. Eklund will get it to Lotz. Lotz saves it. Somehow. Wow. It's going to be, we were silent because we didn't know how to discuss that. The shot is up by Eklund. That's going to rim out.
That ball went everywhere, back, forth. It went to the back court, stayed alive, went out of bounds almost. I mean, it went everywhere. Sadly, it looks like we got an injured Irish player on the court.
So timeout on the floor. We'll do the same. We'll be back here on Nice 95.5 FM, KBK, after word from some of our sponsors.
Wellia Health is here to keep you feeling your best so you can enjoy all the things you love best. You can count on us for your eye exams, mental health services, rehabilitation, wellness exams, urgent care, and much more. At Wellia Health, our goal is to help you live life well. Let Wellia Health help you get back to your best. Give us a call today to set up an appointment. 320-679-1313. WelliaHealth.org.
The Irish player looks okay as he goes back to the bench under his own power. Being looked at by the professionals here at the site. Free throw is up by number 4, Bowen Walton. That's good.
And unfortunately, it was the fourth foul on Lucas Shue, so.
Second free throw is no good. Lotz comes out with the rebound. Eklund to Litke. Litke's shot is up. That's no good. Rebound to Schwab.
That was defended well. I was surprised he even took that shot, but I like the fearlessness of that shot.
Three is up and rims in by Bowen Walton.
I think everyone in this gym thought that was not going to go in, but it fell.
Just missing it was Lilly. 54-46 is the Braham lead with 11:42 left to go here in the second half. Manzanato's layup, tough shot as Lotz affected it. Up ahead is Litke. Litke for three, off the front of the rim, go out of bounds. And it's going to be Maple Lake basketball.
You know, I like that head coach Eklund tried to persuade the referee that it was Braham ball, but clearly was not. And hey, if you can get any persuasiveness out there, I am all for it. I've seen teams who have quite literally went and tried to inbound the ball, even though they well know that it's not their ball, but they've almost gotten away with it. So I'm a fan of that. I like trying to trick the referee, so to speak.
Foul is going to be on Logan Lennes, his first, team sixth. So a little bit ticky-tack here in the second half. It's been consistent for both teams, but it's been kind of light.
And that's what you ask for, is if it is going to be ticky-tacky or anything, you ask that it is consistent, and it does go both ways.
Manzanato with the rebound. Shot is up. That's going to be Walton with the shot. He'll get his own rebound. Layup good. And the lead is back down to 6, and the Irish bench is back in it. Eklund driving.
Oh,
and a travel is going to be called. So it'll be Maple Lake basketball after the turnover.
And one thing I noticed, the Irish were not giving Eklund the attention that Braham wanted the Irish to give him. They were doing a really good job staying disciplined, manning up their players, and that's tough. I mean, we've seen Eklund. I don't really need to say it again, but he has shot it from quite literally everywhere. They did a really good job manning him up and not allowing him any good looks, and they were fortunate to get a travel, but he makes up for it here.
Yeah, he gets the steal as the Bombers come back down. Layup good by Tyler Eklund.
He says, fine, you don't want to give me the attention? I'll just score myself then.
Stems the tide here for the Bombers. Manzanato being defended by Doble. Driving, shot is up. Good, tough shot by Manzanato. He has 7 in the second half.
That's not an easy shot, and he picked up his dribble, I think, one step too soon, but he was still able to get it fall.
Eklund gets his own rebound, loses it. Manzanato picks it up. Up ahead is Walton. Walton, shot is up. That may have been blocked by Doble. Manzanato for 3. Up, no good. Saved by Walton. Out to Schwab. Schwab's shot is up. That's no good. Rebound to Lilly. Ball's on the floor, and there's going to be a foul called. I mean, you do have to call a foul there, but it's sort of bad luck for Maple Lake.
Yeah, that was a tough one for Maple Lake. So close.
Full timeout by Braham. We'll do the same. We'll give our voices a rest. We'll be back here on Nice 95.5 FM KBK after word from some of our sponsors.
Kettle River Pizza, the handcrafted pizza made locally in Ash Cove, Minnesota. Always the highest quality ingredients. Pizza that is consistently great tasting. A true crowd pleaser. 16 varieties to choose from. Enjoy the classics like pepperoni, pepperoni sausage and supreme, to the unique tastes of hot Hawaiian, taco, buffalo chicken, and chicken Alfredo. Pick some up at your local grocer, tavern, or convenience store. Handcrafted Kettle River Pizza. Moms and basketball players approved.
Buy local, spend local. Those words mean something to us here in East Central Minnesota and the good parts of Wisconsin. Cool Country WCMP is owned by a Minnesota company, Q Media Group. Yep, we're local too. If you're considering radio or digital advertising, we'd love to help you buy local and spend local. Advertising made for Minnesota, made in Minnesota. Connect with Cool Country to spread your message. Info at q-mediagroup.com.
Welcome back here on Nice 95.5 FM, KBEK. Adam Hefty and Ethan Gilman here in Braham as Braham holds a 6-point lead over Maple Lake with 9:48 left to play. In regulation, I should say.
Yeah, well.
Who knows?
The way it's been going, we might see overtime, but going down the stretch here in the last half of this second half, Maple Lake has 2 guys with 4 fouls, so that could play in to the last bit of this regulation piece as Manzanato gets the steal.
Shot is up, no good, but a foul is going to be called on Eklund, just his first. Smart foul by Eklund because he'll force Manzanato to get it from the line. He is 2 for 2 from there tonight, but otherwise it would have been an easy layup.
Yeah, and we talked about how earlier we seen kind of a bad foul on a play just like that on Maple Lake. This time it's a good foul because Eklund did a good job to get back nearly in front of Manzanato. It wasn't a clean shot for Manzanato anyways, but with the foul, he forced him to go to line like you mentioned. So,
yeah, not to mention it was just Eklund's first foul. So 56-52 as Manzanato hits both. Eklund takes it back out, layup up, good. Tyler Eklund just carves up the Irish defense.
Well, and his ability to stay calm. You see a lot of players, who tend to maybe press a little bit and play a little bit too or go a little overboard with it. He is so calm in his play is Tyler Eklund, and yeah, only a sophomore. I can't wait to see this young man continue to play and watch what he becomes as a senior.
Manzanato will be at the line for the bonus. Free throw is good as Garrett Litke picks up his 4th foul. So Braham has 2 players with 4 fouls. So does Maple Lake.
Yeah, and they've got 2 of their starting 5 with the 4 fouls, so that's unfortunate here for both of these squads, but it makes it all that more intriguing for these last 9 minutes.
58-54 is the Braham lead. Doble with the spin move, layup up, no good. Lots with a tough rebound, that's no good. Rebound fought for, and won by Maple Lake up ahead. Nice passing, shot is up. That's no good, could have been a goaltend.
Ooh, yeah, I was surprised they didn't call it. Lots gets away with one there.
Schwab brings it back out, passes it to Walton. Walton back out to Schwab on the wing. Inside to Manzanato, layup good.
Oh my goodness. We talk about how good Eklund has looked and how he can shoot it from every angle. That was a beautiful shot there by Manzanato through Lots.
And the lead is down to 2 with 8.5 left to go in regulation. Schwab to the wing. Manzanato being defended by Doble. Bombers have had no answer for Manzanato tonight. Schwab picks up his dribble, cross-court pass, nearly stolen by the safety Shoe. Driving is Walton. Manzanato in the corner, out to Schwab. Schwab for 3 in the lead, no good. But a rebound to Walton, that's no good. Rebound fought for, won again by Maple Lake. Powman with the offensive rebound. Manzanato, shot is up, and he traveled with it.
Ooh. Ooh, I think they were one step early on the whistle for the travel. I thought they were explaining it to him. Yeah, I might have been late on the look too, but I thought they were one step quick with that whistle.
And Braham got lucky on that one because Manzanato hit that runner, and that would have been tie game.
We have this game has just been so fun to watch. We've got Eklund and Manzanato on each side who are leading the team scoring-wise, but we've watched the entire team for both sides been able to get the job done offensively and defensively. It has been so fun to watch these squads play.
Lilly will get it to Shoe. Shoe back to Lilly at the top of the key. He'll drive. No shot on the play, but it's going to be a bonus situation for Braham as Soren Lilly will go to the line for the 1-and-1. That is going to be on Schwab, his 3rd. His team's 7th. Big free throws by Lilly, his first trip tonight. Free throw is good. Walton back in for Maple Lake. Lilly's 2nd is good as well.
Those are 2 big free throws there from Lilly.
They are. They really are. 7.5 left to go in regulation. Walton driving, trying to get it to Manzanato. Saved by Lynn, but he was on the baseline.
I thought that pass was forced. I thought he had on the near side Powman. I thought he had him. I thought he could have just handed it back to him. Instead, it looked like he forced it all the way across the court, trying to get to Manzanato, the playmaker. But sometimes you can't get it to the playmaker at first. Just get the easy pass. Instead, it's going to be a turnover for the Irish. And
3 from Lucas Shoe. Big shot by Shoe to get this lead to 3 possessions, 63-56. Nice pass down low, but missing it was Revere.
I think he might have gotten away with the travel there as well because he took what looked to be maybe an extra step, but got away with it, but it didn't matter because Braham got it, but then unfortunately they miss on their shot.
Runner is up, no good. Lilly playing strong here in the second half. Eklund to Shoe. Is he going to try again? He almost traveled again. And runner is up and good by Lucas Shoe. And he's quietly had a good game.
And what a turnaround by the Bombers. They had gone quiet for some time scoring-wise, but then they really get back on the gas pedal here and now lead nearly by double digits once again as we creep up on 6.5 minutes to go here in regulation.
Yeah, 7-0 run in the past, minute and a half?
Yeah, it's been quick.
Lind into the corner to Walton. Walton being defended by Eklund, uses his shoulders. Back to Lind. Lind driving baseline to Revere. Revere to Manzanato for 3.
Oh
Good,
my
Manzanato.
What a shot. I mean, he took that one in. I don't even think he took time to set his feet. He took that and just drilled it.
Eklund shot is long. Manzanato on the run. Euro step, no good. Rebound to Walton. Walton shot, that's good.
That ball crawled into the basket. I mean, it quite literally looked like it crawled up and into the basket.
Lily's left-hander is good.
That's big there from Lily. I mean, that was a big basket. The way the pace has been the last two and a half minutes, with Lily being able to score that time, that is big.
Lily with the steal to Eklund. Eklund to Lily. Lily driving, gets under the basket. That's good. Soren Lily having one heck of a second half.
Up over the defender. That's a big play by Lily once again. And then blocked.
Blocked by Lily.
Jeez. One-man wrecking crew right now.
Lucas Shue, Euro step. No. Rebound to Lind. 5 minutes left to go. And a timeout is going to be called. I think this is going to be an exciting end of the game, so we'll take a break. We'll take a rest. We'll be back here on Nice 95.5 FM, KBEK, after word from some of our sponsors.
Embrace Orthodontics would like to take this time to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas. It's people like you that make Christmas a sacred, meaningful occasion. Embrace Orthodontics wants to thank you for allowing us to serve you over this past year, and we look forward to continuing to provide quality orthodontic care with Invisalign and braces in the year ahead. Gifts come and go, but a smile is forever. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Embrace Orthodontics. Find us online at embracemn.com.
Aw, man. Hinckley Collision.
Hell no. My new car?
Hinckley Collision is the right decision. Fender benders, major accident damage, or hail damage. Hinckley Collision is the right decision. With 24/7 towing and fast, friendly, professional service, their collision department will get you back on the road in no time. With decades of experience dealing with insurance carriers, make the call today. 320-384-7002. 320-384-7002.
Welcome back here on Nice 95.5 FM, KBEK. 5 minutes left to go in this one, in regulation, if you will. Braham up over Maple Lake 69-61 on the Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Maple Lake came into this one 0-5 on the season, but really they have not looked like a winless team.
No, they really haven't. And again, I think it's that senior leadership finally coming out for Maple Lake that, they're saying, hey, we have not played well all year long. Let's turn this thing around and let's maybe take one from Braham here at their home court. So far, it's been a good night. And even if Maple Lake does not win and Braham is able to defend their home court, what a game it has been for them. And they're able to take a lot from this game moving forward.
Shot is up, no good, and it'll go out of bounds. It'll be Braham basketball. Irish back in their half-court set. Eklund gets a screen. He'll take the shot. That's no good. Rebound fought for, won by Brayman, and a foul is going to be called on Doble. It's going to be his first, but we're heading down to the other side for the bonus.
I thought that was a pretty clean fight for the rebound, but they do not agree. And looking at the season, right now, the Irish, this is a season high in points.
Wyatt Brayman hits the first free throw.
Previous high was 58 when they lost to Benson.
Second one is good as well. The lead is down to 6, 69-63. Eklund driving out to Doble for 3, no good. Rebound won by Maple Lake. Brayman will hand it off to Mazzanato.
And no one got there for that rebound, and I was kind of wondering who was going to grab it. And Maple Lake is the team lucky enough to come up with it.
3 is up by Schwab. Shue with the rebound. Eklund will bring it up to Doble. Doble driving baseline. Layup up, good.
Nice look from Doble. He looked at the rim, kind of gave the defense the head fake, and he decided, you know what, I've got something there to work with, and he took it in and got it to fall.
Lots affected the shot from Manzanato. Shu, Euro step, no good.
Ooh,
Tough shot. Ball loose, picked up by Lily, and a timeout is going to be called by Coach Jeff Eklund. Soren Lilly, the freshman, has had one heck of a second half, both offensively and defensively.
Yeah, and you mentioned it, only a freshman, and he's really showing that he is going to be a player to watch for years going forward. Him and Eklund are going to be leading this team years ahead, and they're playing years above their status in high school. It's been fun to watch, especially when you've got teams who you're not really sure, who's going to be that leader, who's going to step up, and so far it's been the younger guys for Braham right now. You've got Lotz, who is that rebounder, that tough guy inside, but who's going to be that scoring leader, and so far it's been Eklund and Lilly, like you mentioned. A great second half, 8 points on the night, 6 of them here in the second half. He's done a good job steal-wise as well, and rebounds. I mean, he's really doing it all. He complements Eklund quite nicely.
He does, and what makes Braham so dangerous is, sure, Eklund's going to lead most games in scoring, but they're getting some contributions from 4 or 5 or 6 different players on the court at a time. Well, can't have 6 at a time, but you know what I mean. Eklund will inbound it to Lotz. Lotz blocked from behind by Revere, and a foul is going to be called, so Lotz catches a break. Free throw goes in.
His teammates smiling at him. He got that free throw.
It was a big free throw, too.
Yeah.
Second one goes out. Revere with the rebound. Walton gets it stolen by who else but Soren Lilly. Eklund's layup, no good. Lilly is there for the rebound. Trying to get it to Shu, but it's going to be stolen by Manzanato. And he'll take it up the sideline with a behind the back, and it's going to be stolen by Doble. And blocked by Manzanato.
Goodness gracious.
3 is up by Walton. That's long. Doble with the strong rebound.
That's a shot if you're the Irish you have to have, especially after getting the ball, losing it, then getting it back, and he was left wide open for that 3. That's when he needs to hit.
Eklund's runner is no good. Rebound will be saved by Eklund, but to the feet of Bremen. Layup up and good by Bowen Walton. The lead is down to 7, 72-65.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun final
Eklund.
240.
Eklund to Doble. Shu at the top of the key to Lilly. Lilly to Eklund. Eklund with a step back. 3. Good, Eklund.
Well, the defense gave him a little bit too much room, and he said, if you're going to leave me that open, I'm just going to put up the shot. And more times than not, he has hit that 3 tonight. I don't believe he's missed too many.
Lead is back up into the double digits. Shot is up, no good. Doble comes down with the rebound. Eklund will slow things down with just over 2 minutes left to go.
Yeah, the Irish have kind of gone cold from anywhere shooting the ball. So if you're Braham, you're okay with kind of slowing things way down. I mean, now you're under 2 minutes to go. You can really just kind of run your offense and do what you want. And
Doble in the corner. That's no good. Rebound tipped up. Fought for and won by Revere. Schwab driving. That's no good. Shu with the rebound.
That was a little bit of a rush shot there.
It's going to be hit out of bounds, and it's going to be off of Lucas Shu.
Wow, that's big for the Irish. That it was Bomber ball. Maybe should have been Bomber's ball, but it'll go back to the Irish. So they catch a break there, and that's a big break because it's a 10-point lead for Braham, and they're looking just to hold on. But the Irish right now, they've shown the ability to score and score quickly, and they hope to here as we get a steal.
Yeah, Bryson Lotz with the steal. He's had some really good body control here tonight.
Yeah, for a bigger guy to have that body control, that balance, that's very incredible to watch. It's one of the reasons why he's going to play Division I football.
Runner is up by Eklund. That's blocked. Eklund has it in the corner, drives it up, no good, but a foul is going to be called. So Eklund will go to the line for 2. He's 3 for 4 from the line so far tonight. That's going to be on Walton, just his first. Free throw by Eklund is no good.
And the Irish have done a good job defensively with their guys who have 4 fouls of making sure they stay out of foul trouble and get to stay on the court. Same with the Bombers. They have 2 of their starting 5 guys who have 4 fouls, but they've done a good job keeping clean and staying in the game.
Manzanato driving, kicks it out. Shot is up by Powman. That's no good, out of bounds, and it's going to stay Maple Lake basketball.
Ooh. Maple Lake catches another break there. I thought that one was pretty cleanly out of bounds on Walton, but refs still don't agree.
Braham to Manzanato. Shot is up, no good. And it'll go over the backboard, so it'll be out of bounds in Braham basketball. Maple Lake sort of forced to run the press right now. Braham hasn't really beaten it cleanly throughout the game.
But Braham 1 foul away from being in the double bonus, so. Oh, my goodness.
A tip pass almost went into the basket. Eklund with it behind the back to Litke. Litke back to Eklund, and Eklund's going to be fouled.
That was a great job by Eklund getting around the man defender because he was guarded well by Powman, and he had to get around him, and he did a good job, and then Powman was forced to foul him, and now Eklund will be at the line for 2 as they are in the double bonus.
Free throw is no good from Eklund. Eklund's second is good.
Yeah, that'll pretty much seal it for Braham. Well, that will.
Bauman. Pass goes through Bauman's hands.
Yeah, so now all the Bombers have to do really is inbound it a few more times and get to the line again.
We'll see if Maple Lake will foul. Eklund up ahead to Shu. Shu's layup is good. (79-65) as Manzanato gets a screen. Driving. Shot is up. No good. And an offensive foul is going to be called on Manzanato, and guess who drew the charge?
Oh, the veteran, right? Yeah. The senior.
Soren Lilly, the freshman, doing it all here in the second half.
Yeah, he has just had an incredible game for Braham. And if you're head coach Jeff Eklund, you're going and you're saying, hey, man, let's see that a little bit more consistently, or you're going to get more time on the court, and sooner or later you're going to get to start.
Lilly?
Yeah, he thought about shooting the ball, but
they're just going to run the clock out, and this should be the final. Braham escapes with a 79-65 victory over Maple Lake. Maple Lake had quite the game as they played well. They played hard, but Braham comes away with the victory to improve to 6-4 on the season. We'll be back here on Nice 95.5 FM KBEK to wrap this one up after word from some of our sponsors.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a 4-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
Want to make some extra money this holiday season? Then join Burnett Dairy Cooperative's Cheese Store Holiday Crew. They're looking for temporary employees to assist with gift box orders from October 1st through January 6th. This position is scheduled Sunday through Thursday from 12 to 8 p.m. with an hourly rate of $14 per hour and an end-of-the-season retention bonus. Call 715-689-2170 or apply online at burnettdairy.com and click on Careers. Joe and the gang at Roddy Motors say, "Go Mustangs!" Well, of course, he's got 2 boys on the varsity squad. He's born and raised in Mustang country, voted Reader's Choice Best Dealer in Kanabec County 2 years in a row. That's what you call a repeat champ. And he offers vehicles of all makes and models, can get you financed on site, and put you and your new vehicle before the Mustangs take on next week's opponent. When you need a quality new vehicle, make your way to Roddy Motors in Mora or visit roddymotors.com.
Embrace Orthodontics would like to take this time to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas. It's people like you that make Christmas a sacred, meaningful occasion. Embrace Orthodontics wants to thank you for allowing us to serve you over this past year, and we really look forward to continuing to provide quality orthodontic care with Invisalign and braces in the year ahead. Gifts come and go, but a smile is forever. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Embrace Orthodontics. Find us online at embracemn.com.
Welcome back here on Nice 95.5 FM, KBEK. Adam Hefty and Ethan Gilman here in Braham as the Braham Bombers defeat the Maple Lake Irish 79-65. Maple Lake coming into this one winless, but they did not play like a winless team. They fought hard. They played hard. They were plucky, I would say.
Yes, a very, very tough team to beat here for Braham and Maple Lake. Again, just continue to play their heart out from the very beginning. Ever after that first time out that they called after the 12-2 deficit, they really looked like a different team. They came out, played well, and it really, I think, if you're the Irish, you've got a lot to look forward to for the rest of the season.
Yeah, if you play like this, you're gonna get some wins.
Mm-hmm.
And Braham did not necessarily play poorly at all. They forced Maple Lake into some tough shots. Maple Lake just made them.
Yeah, and Maple Lake did a really good job. We talked about it. Eklund was everywhere, shooting it at everything. He was making everything. But then Manzanato for the Irish did the same thing on the other side for the Irish. And there were streaks of scoring where, both teams they couldn't miss anything. And they were scoring from each and every angle and scoring from everywhere on the court. And, yeah, both teams did a really good job here tonight. Like you mentioned, Braham didn't really play that bad. It's just Maple Lake scored on some awesome opportunities.
It was nice to see Braham hit some shots. I had their Barnum game on Friday, and they just had a hard time getting anything going offensively, but they scored 79 points tonight, and I thought they left some points on the table as well, some shots that should have gone in just didn't, but it's good to see that they're able to get those opportunities. Eventually those will start falling, and this is going to be a very dangerous team.
Yeah, it will be. And we talked about the conference once again, kind of being wide open, and it's kind of up for grabs this season, so to speak, because there's no one team that you go and say is super dominant. We've got the 3 top teams in Braham, Hinckley, Finlayson, and East Central. And those will be the 3 that are racing for the title for the Great River Conference at the end of the season. Not only that, they play in the same section other than Hinckley, Finlayson, so it's going to be a fun race, and I would be really interested to see if it's not Braham, East Central for the title and for one of the top 3-4 seeds at the end of the season for this section, just because that's how close this race could wind up being.
Absolutely. So leading the way for Maple Lake was the aforementioned Manzanato with 33 points. 12 points were added by Bowen Walton, 8 points from Wyatt Bremen, and then 6 apiece for Ian Schwab and Ethan Powman. Leading the way for Braham with 38 points, leading all scores with 38 points was Tyler Eklund. 9 points were added by Lucas Shue, 8 from Soren Lilly, 7 points from Tanner Doble, 5 from Bryson Lotz, and then a free throw was added by Logan Lenez there in that first half. And I think what I'm most impressed by Braham, we talked about it there towards the closing part of the game. Braham they have Tyler Eklund, but they have some supportive role players that can be really dangerous too. Now, none of the other role players scored into double digits, but I have no problem believing that someone like a Tanner Doble or a Garrett Lidke or a Lucas Shue or a Bryson Lotz or even freshman Soren Lilly could get into double figures and really kind of supplement Tyler Eklund there offensively and defensively.
Well, yeah, and the work that Lily did coming off the bench is incredible. As a freshman, to be able to work into a varsity game is a feat in and of itself as a freshman, and then to come in, play valuable minutes, and have the night that he did, scoring and rebounding and stealing. It was fun to watch, and it was really interesting to see him come alive here in this second half. And yeah, they all played a very nice complementary role to Eklund. And obviously, you mentioned before, Eklund's going to be probably the leading scorer nearly every game, but to see that he has the pieces around him to be complementary, or even if he's not having a night like tonight, if he's off on a night, or he's just not the ball's not falling the way he would like it to, the fact that he has guys around him who can complement him, who can have his back, get that rebound, and get those second chance scoring opportunities is huge.
Right, and if you have somebody coming off the bench, somebody with the senior leadership of Logan Lennis, a second point guard, he could also be part of the supportive cast as well, just with his leadership out there. So Braham, if they start hitting their shots, if they start hitting those threes, because we've seen multiple times where those shots were open, they have the opportunities. If they start hitting them, watch out.
Yeah, and I think the word that we're going to be using a lot this season for teams in our local listening area is consistency. I think it's the consistency that teams need to find, because we see a team like Braham tonight who didn't really have a bad game. They really shot the ball well, and like you mentioned, there were, I think, a few more points they left out there. But with teams like this, it's can you do this game in and game out? Can you do it consistently? And that's what our local teams are going to have to find, including Braham, is can you consistently do this? And if they can, we're going to see not just Braham, but a bunch of our local teams finally fall into a little bit of a winning streak, and it's going to be a fun race to the playoffs.
And I don't want to remiss on the fact that this was a very good game for Braham for growth purposes.
Yes.
Maple Lake came into this one. We both talked about it pregame. Where it was like, they're 0-5. They didn't win a game all season last season. We're like, are we going to be in running time?
Right.
They shut us up real fast. They played hard. They gave Braham a test, and Braham was able to take that test, and they passed it.
Yeah.
And they won going away. Maple Lake did cut it to, I think it was within 4. They're late in the second half, but Braham just made shot after shot after shot, and they didn't extend it quickly, but soon it was 6, then it was 10, then it was 13, then it ended at a 14-point victory, and that's kind of the sign of a strong team, where they finish strong, where they take that test and they're persistent and they finish strong.
Yeah, and with a lot of teams like that late in the game, when they see a lead evaporate like it did with Maple Lake hitting some shots and coming back and dipping it down to 4, a lot of teams you could see a lot of times would collapse under that kind of pressure. They'd fall apart. They'd lose those last 4 points of their lead. It'd be tied, and then all of a sudden we're talking about Maple Lake coming out of here with the victory. But like you mentioned, Braham, a very strong team. They stuck with it. They slowly worked their way back. They knew, hey, we're not going to get 15 points in one basket. We've got to work consistently, go back to what's working. Just run our offense, go down, score when we got the opportunity. They did. Then they went back on defense, got some fouls on Maple Lake, and they got some key rebounds on defense as well, and they worked really hard to get a ton of turnovers too. So a big night for Braham, again, growth-wise, like you just mentioned.
And finishing on this, it's a little more impressive knowing that the only players that weren't sophomores were Bryson Lotz and Logan Lennis, and there were times when they weren't on the floor.
Yeah.
So all of the rest of this team is young. They're sophomores, or there's a couple that play. Isaac Eklund does play sometime, or he usually starts. He didn't play tonight, and then Trey Nielsen gets some playing time as well off the bench. But all in all, this is mostly a sophomore team.
Yeah.
So a game like this was even more impressive.
It really is. And in talking with Eklund in the late preseason interview, if you will, he talked about it. You know, it's hard not to look years forward when you've got a team as young as this. You know, you've only got the 2 seniors on the squad, and he said, you know, we love those seniors. We love having them. They do bring that senior leadership because they need it at times, and he loves these guys. But it's hard, and I'm sure as a coach, you know, you preach it, and you got it. You know, practice what you preach. You know, it's per game. We're looking at it each game at a time. We're not looking forward, but as a coach, I got to imagine it's sometimes tough to look forward to what could be, not just years down the road, but even next week, a few weeks down the road, at the end of the season. I'm sure it's hard not to look that far because of how encouraging this game came out to be.
So wrapping things up from here in Braham, the Braham Bombers defeat the Maple Lake Irish 79-65. Braham will improve to 6-4 on the season. Maple Lake will fall to 0-6. Maple Lake will be in Atwater Cosmos Grove City. That'll be Thursday. Braham will be in Pine City. I believe you will be at that game on Thursday.
Yes, it's Braham Pine City week this week. We've got the boys playing on Thursday. The girls will be here on Friday. These are going to be two fun matchups because Braham looks like they've got a chance now to go into Pine City and grab a victory. Pine City hasn't played the greatest, and I think that'll wind up being a good game for both teams. I think if Braham can, again, play like they did tonight, there's a great chance they'll come out of there with the victory. And then you've got probably the game of the week, I think, here on Friday between Pine City and Braham. Those are the two top teams going for the conference title this year. I'm excited to see how that game plays out. You've got kind of a new-look team in Pine City, and then you've got in Braham coming off of last year, and Braham almost twice beat Pine City here and in Pine City. So I'm excited to see what that Friday game looks like.
And I will be here on Thursday as the girls' version of the Braham Bomber will be facing East Central. If you want to know where we will be on our broadcast schedule, where do you find us?
Well, you can go to kbk.com or wcmpradio.com. The broadcast schedule is up. It is subject to change sometimes just because things happen, but I know it's usually there with the links for the games. Whether it's you'll know if it's audio or video only. It'll say on there video or audio only. So, but yeah, go to either of the websites because we'll have it up there. Usually Monday afternoon, unless it's a holiday like it was this week. Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah, we went through 2020. I think we can handle schedule changes. Yes. We can do that, everybody, can't we? So, yes, thank you to all the sponsors for jumping on board. Without them, this would not be possible. Thank you to all of you listening to us on Nice 95.5 FM, KBK, or watching us on YouTube as well. Thank you all for joining us. Braham wins 79-65 over Maple Lake to improve to 6-4 on the season. Thank you for joining us. Have a good night, everybody.
More customers, more name recognition, more employees, more market share. If you'd like a little more for your business, it's time to start digital advertising. Did you know that the average person spends 4.5 hours per day on their smartphone? It's time for you to start reaching them. Streaming TV, SEO or SEM, display ads, and email marketing. If your business could use a little more, contact us now and we can help. Info@q-mediagroup.com.